Ever wonder how a cowhide becomes? Like that buttery soft leather jacket you love so much? Today, we're going behind the scenes of a career that's all about transformation. Tanning technician.
It's a process most of us, take for granted.
Right.
We see that finished product, that leather, but we rarely think about like the journey it took to get there, from raw hide to,
Huh?
luxury leather.
Exactly. And you've sent us some fascinating sources, career guides, skill breakdowns, even interview tips. You're clearly curious about this career path, so let's buckle up and dive into the world of a tanning technician. First things first, what do they actually do all day?
It's more than just quote unquote tanning. It's like they're leather scientists.
Another scientist, you say?
Yeah, their core mission is making sure each hide that comes in gets transformed into, high quality usable leather, meeting strict standards every step of the way.
So not just tossing hides into a giant tanning bed then?
Definitely not. Think industrial scale chemistry. They use their knowledge to oversee this whole transformation process, making sure the leather is durable, that it meets specific requirements, all of that.
So we're talking about the difference between, say, a rugged hiking boot versus a supple leather handbag. Each needs a different kind of leather, right?
Absolutely. And our tanning technician ensures those distinct qualities, and they're also responsible for the quality control.
Quality control, right. Makes sense.
Yeah, they'll use specialized tools to test for things like strength, color fastness, durability, all at different stages of the process.
It's like being a leather detective, making sure every batch is up to par.
Yeah.
Speaking of stages, one term that popped up in the source was beam house operations. Sounds intense.
It's where the real transformation begins. Imagine this. The raw hides arrive at the tannery, right? And they need to be prepped, processed, all before the actual tanning even happens.
Okay, so it's prep time.
Exactly. Beam house operations involve soaking, liming, dehairing the hides, removing unwanted proteins, basically getting them ready for the next stages.
Sounds like a mix of chemistry and, well, a bit of a messy butcher shop. So not your average office job then. What's the work environment really like?
Think bustling factory floor, the rhythmic hum of machinery, maybe a slight scent of chemicals in the air, and of course a team of skilled technicians working diligently. Safety is paramount though. Protective gear, strict protocols, all that.
Right. This isn't the place for like flip-flops and a flowy scarf. So I imagine this line of work definitely requires a certain kind of person, someone who thrives in that environment. Let's debunk some myths about the job, shall we? What are the real pros and cons of being a tanning technician?
Well, for starters, let's address the whole tanning bed misconception.
Right, yeah.
Got to clarify that.
We're talking about industrial leather production here,
Yeah.
not cosmetic tanning.
Very
Yeah.
different. Totally. Now, one of the biggest pros is this unique blend of technical know-how and creative problem solving this role offers. Tanning technicians are constantly experimenting, finding ways to optimize those processes, even develop new finishes, textures, you name it.
So there's a real element of artistry involved, pushing the boundaries of what's possible with leather.
Precisely. And let's not forget the satisfaction of seeing that raw hide transform into a high-quality material that's used in everything, from car interiors to, like, designer handbags. It's very tangible. Of course, like any job, there are downsides.
Hit us with the reality check.
The work can be physically demanding at times, long hours on your feet, and, you're working with chemicals, machinery, so attention to detail and safety procedures are absolutely crucial.
Safety first, always. But our research also mentioned a really cool perk. Tanning technicians often get to work with a surprisingly diverse range of clientele.
That's one of the exciting things about this field. One day you might be working with a fashion designer on a new line of handbags, and the next you could be collaborating with an automotive company on, say, the leather interior for a luxury car.
That's a career with some serious range.
Yeah.
So for someone listening who's thinking, okay, I'm intrigued, but do I have what it takes? What skills are essential to really excel as a tanning technician?
It's a fascinating blend of skills, actually. You need that solid grounding in, like, chemistry, material science, of course. But what's interesting is how many other skills come into play that you might not expect.
Like what? Spill the tea.
Well, critical thinking, for one.
Okay, that makes sense. You're managing a complex process with lots of variables, right?
Exactly. A tanning technician might need to troubleshoot why, say, a batch of leather isn't reacting as expected, or figure out how to adjust the process for a new type of finish. They're constantly analyzing, adapting, finding solutions, and on top of that, strong reading comprehension is crucial.
Wait, really? More than just reading those chemical labels, right?
Yeah, right. The industry is constantly evolving. New regulations, best practices for sustainability, emerging technologies. A tanning technician needs to stay updated on all of it. And then there's the math.
Math. I did not see that coming. Now I'm even more intrigued.
Think about it. You're working with ratios, formulas, calculating drying times, adjusting chemical concentrations. Precision is key in this field, and that involves a good head for numbers.
Wow, so much more than meets the eye. It's like this hidden world of expertise, and we don't even realize it because the end result is so, well, beautiful every day.
That's the magic of it. And the best part is, as you gain experience, as you master these skills, there's a clear path for growth in this field.
Our sources did mention some intriguing titles: junior tanning technician, senior. What do those jumps actually look like in practice?
It often starts, with mastering those fundamentals at an entry-level role. You learn the ins and outs of each stage, from, beam house operations all the way to finishing. As you progress, to those more senior positions, you might supervise teams, manage production lines, or even specialize in a particular type of leather or tanning technique.
So you can really carve out your niche, become the go-to expert for a certain kind of leather.
Exactly. Imagine becoming renowned for your expertise in, say, crafting sustainable leather for luxury car interiors, or developing innovative finishes for high-end fashion accessories. The possibilities are vast. And eventually, that path could even lead to, supervisory roles, managing entire tanneries, or even driving innovation across the industry as a whole.
Talk about a legacy. To leave your mark on an entire industry, ensuring that every piece of leather that goes out the door meets those high standards. That's incredible. So for our listener who is now hooked on this idea, what would you say are the most important things they should focus on to not just break into this field, but really thrive?
Embrace continuous learning. The world of leather production is always evolving. New technologies are emerging, consumer preferences are changing, and sustainability is more important than ever. A thirst for knowledge is essential.
What does that look like in action? Beyond the initial training, of course.
Attend industry conferences. Stay updated on the latest research and innovations. Connect with other professionals. Join online forums, communities. This field is as much about passion as it is about technical skill.
So networking is key. It's about building those relationships, tapping into the collective wisdom of the industry.
Absolutely. And for those looking for a leg up, RoleCatcher is an incredible resource, not just for finding open positions, but for connecting with industry professionals, researching companies, getting those insights into what hiring managers are looking for.
It's like having a personalized career coach in your back pocket. But let's zoom out for a moment and talk about the bigger picture. We've touched on sustainability, but what other trends are shaping the future of the tanning industry? What should aspiring tanning technicians be aware of?
One major shift is the increasing demand for transparency and traceability in the supply chain. Consumers are more ethically conscious than ever, and they want to know where their products come from, how they're made.
So it's not just about the leather itself anymore, it's about the whole story behind it. That's fascinating.
Exactly. Consumers want to know that the leather they're buying is, ethically sourced, sustainably produced. And that means tanning technicians who are knowledgeable about things like animal welfare, responsible waste management, eco-friendly tanning processes, they're going to be in high demand.
Yeah, they'll be the ones driving positive change in the industry. That's a powerful position to be in. It's almost like this career path. It blends that traditional craftsmanship with a forward-thinking approach to, well, sustainability.
Yeah.
But what about the rise of vegan leather and other alternatives? Is that a challenge or an opportunity for tanning technicians?
I see it as a fantastic opportunity, actually. The skills and knowledge a tanning technician has, those are incredibly valuable, even when working with those, alternative materials.
Okay, so there's skills transfer.
Exactly. They understand that science of material transformation, they have that keen eye for detail, and they're passionate about, pushing those boundaries.
So rather than being replaced, they could be the ones leading the charge in, say, integrating these new materials, developing hybrid leathers, even specializing in, vegan leather production. That's exciting.
Precisely. The future belongs to those who are adaptable and eager to learn. The tanning industry is dynamic, and those who embrace innovation, they'll be the ones shaping its future.
This deep dive has been incredible. We've gone from picturing someone, working in a factory to uncovering a career path filled with science, artistry, sustainability. Endless possibilities.
And to think, it all started with a simple question. What does a tanning technician actually do?
For our listener who is now ready to take action, What's one, like, tangible step they can take today to explore this career path further?
Head over to RoleCatcher. Their platform is a goldmine of information and resources. You can research different career paths within the industry, connect with other professionals, and even, find open positions. They even have like AI-powered tools now to give you that extra edge in your job search.
It's like having a personal career assistant and a cheerleader all rolled into one. But beyond the practical resources, I think the biggest takeaway is to approach this field with genuine curiosity and, like we said, a real thirst for knowledge.
Absolutely. The world of leather production is constantly evolving. It's a field where you can truly make a difference. So if you're looking for a career that blends science, creativity, and a commitment to, sustainability, becoming a tanning technician might just be that perfect fit.
It's not just about making leather. It's about shaping the future of an entire industry. And who knows, maybe that future includes you. That's all the time we have for today's deep dive, but we encourage you to continue exploring this fascinating career path. Until next time, keep learning, keep growing, and keep diving deep.